The topic of this video is homologous series. So as we know, there are a large number of organic compounds and it is very difficult to study about all the organic compounds. So to simplify it, they have been divided into different families depending upon their structure and chemical property. And such family, in a general way, we can say is a homologous series. So this homologous series is a very important topic and it is very frequently asked in your exams also. So I have written here the few homologous series. So you must have read earlier about the alkanes and alkenes. So here I have written this homologous series of alkanes. So we know very well the general formula for alkanes is CnH2n plus 2. So N is the number of carbon atoms. So here if we take carbon atom number 1, so first is the methane CH4. Second molecule will be C2H6 ethane. Third will be C3H8 propane, C4H10 butane, C5H12 pentane, C6H14 hexane. So it goes on like this, na? C7, C8, C9, C10. So we can say this is all these compounds are represented by this general formula CnH2n plus 2. So in the same way, if we see for the alkenes, the alkenes have this general formula CnH2n. So in case of, if we take number of carbon atom as 1, so it will be CH2. But this is not possible because here carbon we know is tetravalent. In this case, carbon will having only 2 valency. So this CH2 does not exist. So first member in this alkene series will be C2H4 ethene, C3H6 propene, C4H8 butene, C5H10 pentene, C6H12 hexene, C7H14 heptene, and it goes so on. So all of them in this series have this same general formula. In the same way, next we can have this alcohols, and the general formula for alcohols is ROH, where R is the alkyl group and OH is the hydroxyl group. So first member is CH3OH methanol. In the same way, ethanol, propanol, butanol and pentanol. So this is the another homologous series of alcohols. So general way, what is the definition of homologous series? So we can say homologous series is a family of organic compounds which are similar in structure. All molecules contain the same functional group, show a gradual change in physical properties and are same in chemical properties, and any two successive members differ by CH2 group only. So now I will explain. So homologous series is a family of organic compounds which are similar in structure. So here we have seen all of them in alkane series are similar in structure with the general formula CnH2n plus 2. Same here in alkene series, CnH2n general formula, and same here in alcohol series, ROH is the general formula. So all the members in the particular homologous series have the same general formula and have the same structure and in the case of functional group, like in the case of alcohol, they all have the same functional group. And the next point is they show a gradual change in physical properties. So this, as I have discussed in my earlier video, there are two parts in an organic compound, RH. So this alkyl part is responsible for all the physical properties. So when we move from the top to the bottom, from downwards in a homologous series like this, so we will see the gradual change in the physical properties because the molecular mass is increasing. So what will happen? There will be a gradual increase in the melting point, in the boiling point and other physical properties. But they are same in the chemical properties. But chemical properties are same. Here, as we can see in this series, homologous series for alcohols, because all of them are having the same functional group. So if in an organic compound same functional group are there, so this functional group is responsible for the chemical property, because in a particular homologous series all have the same functional group, so they will have the similar chemical properties. And the another point, any two successive members, they differ by the CH2 group. So here if we see between this CH4 and C2H6, so what is the difference between two successive members? It is the difference of only CH2 group. So in between any two successive members, we can see this difference is always CH2. Here like CH2 difference is there. If we see between this butane and pentane, again here is only CH2 difference. No? So this is about the definition of the homologous series. So moving further, what are the characteristics of the homologous series? So first is, it is represented by a general formula. For example, like for carboxylic acid. So general formula in case of carboxylic acid will be CnH2n plus 1 COOH. So this will be the general formula. And all the carboxylic acid in a homologous series will follow this general formula. Second is, all the members of a given homologous series have the same functional group. So same functional group will be there. In case of alcohols, functional group will be OH group. In case of aldehyde, it will be CHO. And in case of ketone, it will be C double bond O. Then next is the successive members of a homologous series differ by CH2 group or by CH2 group. Just now I have discussed, and because the difference is only of CH2, means we can say atomic number of carbon 12 plus 2 is equals to 14 mass units. So there is a difference between any two successive members of a homologous series of 14 mass units. So next is, the individual members of a particular series can be prepared by the general methods of preparation for that series. Means कि all the members of a particular homologous series can be prepared by the same method of preparation. So let us consider the example of the alkane. So there is one method of preparation of alkane in which like for ethane if we discuss. So ethane is prepared like this. Ethene, when it reacts with the hydrogen in the presence of platinum, palladium or nickel. So in the presence of these catalysts, ethene gets converted to ethane. So this is the method of preparation for ethane. So in the case of propane also, propane can also be prepared in the same way. When propane is reacted with hydrogen in presence of palladium or platinum, then propane is also prepared. So in the particular homologous series, all the members of that series can be prepared by the same general method. The next characteristic is the physical properties. The physical properties such as density, melting point, boiling point of the members of a particular homologous series show a regular gradation with rise in the molecular mass. So means ki like in case of alkanes, we can write it like this. Like this. So if we go from top to bottom in this homologous series, we can see the molecular weight is increasing. So with the increase in the molecular weight, there is a rise in the melting point, boiling point and density, all such physical properties. And the next is the chemical properties are same for all, though for first member it may vary. So chemical properties will be same for every member in the homologous series. Only in the case of the first member it may vary because of the small size of the first molecule in the homologous series. So thank you so much. I hope I was able to explain this about the homologous series. So thank you.